we're back. This is episode 2.
Yep.
Since relaunching, coming back out of the neck of the woods.
I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Welcome
So
back
tonight,
to In Pursuit of Lux.
we're just having a chill ass night, y'all. We just gonna
Pajamas.
talk some girl time, fun conversations, catch up. And that's what's tonight. You see, we're in our PJs.
Very comfortable.
Come on, give them.
Okay.
Show them what you worked with. Show them.
Christine.
Okay.
We love some shorts. Okay. And Target is our best friend.
Oh yes. We have a, 2 + 1 = 3. So
Baby boy always got a lot to say, okay?
always, okay. His voice matters. So we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording, because you had to get your thoughts together. But for this girls' night, I want to talk about if you had one fun night with anybody, who would it be? Like your hall pass.
Okay, so I have my first option, and we were talking about my second option, so I think I'm throwing him out there too. And I think my first option gotta be Diddy. And I know a lot of y'all looking like Diddy, like he a little older or whatever. But Diddy get down. Okay, he look like he had fun.
I
We
think
gonna
he
go-
has our type of fun.
Right.
I really do.
Like he doing what needs to be done. Like he going clubbing at night. He gonna have you around the right people. Like it seems like Diddy's parties are surrounded by love in some type. Like they might be
Like genuine fun.
right.
Yeah.
So
Genuine safe fun.
And I know nothing gonna ever like shake hands. We go about our days. It's no tussle there. Just we had fun. We did what we did. It was a great night. I'm happy. And if you want me to be his girlfriend and pay me every few weeks, I'm good with that too. Okay. I'm there with it.
Eh, I might have to spin my friend block. Might have to skirt up off mine, spin up on video, because I would. When I was thinking, I'm like, okay, they have to smoke, and they have to like still be kind of attractive and chill and want to kick it. And so you said Diddy was good. Actually, the first person that came to my mind was Lil Wayne. But I wouldn't fuck. I don't know if I would fuck him
I
now.
probably wouldn't. He's not the same that he was when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like Lil Wayne, like the younger Lil Wayne, he was
Hell
this
yeah,
Lil
he
Wayne.
could get it.
He cool, okay?
Yeah.
But he just not giving the I wanna fuck you vibes.
Yeah. And I say that because my idea of a chill ass night is we go out somewhere, we eat, we get some drinks, we smoking on the way there, we smoking on the way back, we come in the house, we smoke, we watch a movie. Things happen when you're high. Fun things, in my opinion. I feel like you're really out of your natural element when you're high. Like it takes you to like this intergalactic space world, and you just want to have a whole bunch of different kind of fun. So yeah, but I think I would go with money bag, because I feel like he definitely gonna spark that blunt up. He gonna spark up a few. We this one, next 15 one coming. But he also looked good. I think he could. Bless you, baby. I think he could, put it, So yeah. So I think I would go with money bag, yeah. And that's what we would do.
And that's definitely what we would do. And I would regret nothing.
Now this is a hall pass, okay?
Okay.
So our men can't hold this against us, because I know who he would hall pass with.
I definitely
know
know a
who he
few
would-
of the people he would all pass with. Okay.
And that's okay. Now, would you get a hall pass in real life?
I've had the conversation. It didn't go with my
Wait, hold up, because this conversation wasn't planned, but now I want to get into it.
You know what it is? I feel like when you talk, okay, I'm weird. I've accepted it. When you talk
Wait,
about
don't slap weird on you so quickly.
Okay, I'm different than most girls. When
Okay.
we think about being with somebody forever and ever, a lot of when I hear older couples who've been together for 20 plus years married, they think about how boring their sex life is. I enjoy sex, okay? My boyfriend will tell you I enjoy it. If we could fuck 3 times 7 days a week, I would, okay? But I don't want to be 20 years into our marriage and life is boring. I want to keep our sex life spiced up. And we've had the conversation of it doesn't get to a point where it's okay, let's bring somebody into the bedroom. Or am I okay with you sleeping with someone? As long as we have that conversation and there's no emotional attachments and stuff like that. Unfortunately, baby boy's not ready to have the full-on conversation. He is okay with having a part, bringing somebody, of course female-wise, into the bedroom. But it has to be a mutual agreement type thing. And we kind of go for the same girls, so I don't think it would ever be a problem.
This is giving bedroom talk vibes, and I'm so for it. So you knew I've already had the conversation. And it's more when I'm ready, even though it's not about me not being ready, because I'm ready. I just want us to explore every inch of us before we
get to
bring that in. But I am 110% down and okay with that. Listen, I want the Mercedes experience.
Okay, Mercedes, please come to me. I'm ready for you. I will have the whole ready.
Gosh,
okay, I am ready for it.
But I just don't. I need the spice. I need it.
My sex life can't be put into a box. You can't box me in because I can't get bored. We need to. It's about even when it just comes to you and your partner, finding different ways to please each other. And sometimes it might not even be a technical physical touch. I feel like people don't even think that way. It's just certain things that they may say to you, and just small things that you're okay. But we never want to put that part of our life into a box. And I don't think people realize how important sex is to not just the male, but females are 9 times out of 10 more sexual than men. If you're with the right partner, you're definitely just gonna be
keyword with the right partner.
Right, because some people I saw this post the other day, and I think it was her sex life or something depends on how a man is treating her.
Absolutely. I think for us female, sex is mental for us. It's not just, I'm physically aroused, I want to relieve myself. It's I'm mentally aroused right now. Even if it's something sexual as them coming and doing this, it's you that go all the way up to here. He knew the right place to touch, and it's a mental connection. I went from being in a situation with someone who said I didn't give them enough sex to someone who's saying we have too much of it. And I don't think we do. I mean, you either morning or night, once a day. That to me is not a lie. You got people out here wanting it 3 times a day.
I'm the people.
I could do 2. I could do morning and night, but morning, noon, and night. Child.
You just gotta take naps.
It ain't even about the naps. Okay, I'm gonna be having to ice my girl because it just. But we are all about the spice,
right? And I don't think people make it seem like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not normalized.
Yeah, but
not even to talk about it. It's so weird.
And we gonna talk about it. So welcome to our podcast where we are open and free because we gonna tell you how we feel. And it's not a bad thing to enjoy sex or want to spice up your sex life. And as a female, you need to know what makes you come. What makes you
it ain't
orgasm?
No way around
if you've never had an orgasm, you haven't been with the right person. It's just certain, and even sometimes you don't even know how. So figuring out your body first also is so important. I don't think we don't talk about sex, and we also don't talk females don't talk about masturbation either. It's important to know your own body. Because if you don't know your body, they
How
definitely not gonna know your body.
I'm a strong believer you have to teach somebody how to work your body, because no man, like the way one man works one woman's body is not gonna be the same way he works your body at all. So you as a woman have to know, because I feel like men, I'm sorry, but I feel like it's one way. Like we know how to get you to achieve what you need to achieve, and you're gonna achieve it every single time, no matter if it's good or bad. It may take you a little longer, but you're gonna get to your end result. And so I feel like as women, you have to know. I have so many questions, and I hope you're ready for it.
Y'all, I'm open.
So,
I just said I'm 100% open.
We were talking about knowing what makes you climax. And so I have two questions. One, when was the first time you experienced an orgasm? And then, because it may be different, I know it's different from me, when was the first time a man made you orgasm?
I think the first time I orgasmed was, let's say, college, and it was from masturbation. It was from a vibrator. That was definitely different. I am, bro.
She said that was different.
But it also made me realize, like, okay, so what hasn't been done for me to have that sex wise? And surprisingly, Dante is the first person to make me
Really?
orgasm. Now I'm sorry.
Yo, this is real life, like, real talk.
Sorry to anybody.
Wow, who may have thought, but you didn't. Think again.
Okay, I come. It happens. Okay, a bitch can come, but can you make me orgasm? That is the real test. And
Wow.
Dante passed it on like the second try, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like my entire body, I was just like, oh. And that's why he can't go nowhere.
Now I understand.
That's why he can't go nowhere.
Now I understand.
I'm dignitized that I am not afraid to admit it.
So does it kind of feel like he took your virginity, even though he didn't, because he achieved the ultimate goal for sex?
I think like between that and then just how we are with each other, he's literally just snatched me, put me in wherever he put me. I'm just like here, like okay. And it's not like, and he's been able to continue to do it. Like it wasn't a one-time thing, and it's all with like, and you would think like it's from one position, but he can literally get me there in any position, and I just be like, wow, life is happening right now.
Now I understand.
Once again, if you are not here to watch this episode, I will put something on this episode, like
like
disclaimer.
Parental advisory.
Right.
We're
We're being open. We want you guys to be able to talk about these things, and we're going to talk about them. So, what about you? Your first time, and then when a man did it.
So when you said college, you made me feel fresh, because the first time that I made myself orgasm, I believe I was in high school. Yes, I was in high school, and I think I actually Googled on my phone like how to do it, and I like with my hands like explored myself and made it happen. And so from that point on, I knew what it felt like, but I don't think a guy made me orgasm until I have to think about this one. I'll be sitting here thinking all day. I honestly, and I don't want to like be wrong with it, I honestly can't remember the first time that a guy made me do it. But the latest to my recollection was in college with someone. And I remember because when it happened, I'm like, oh my God, he can make me do this? Like, it was like, I just couldn't believe it because I never experienced it like without my own help, if that makes sense. So happens for me. Drop your stories on when it happened for you in the comments. If you want to DM, share with us, please do. We would love to read these stories.
Right. I want the whole story too.
Yes.
Don't give me like a little tad bit. I want the information, okay? I'm an information type of girl. And feel comfortable about it. It's okay. Like,
embrace it.
Your body is your body, and how you please it or somebody else pleases it, guess what? You're pleased. Like, it's not always about the male. So I think
that's the common misconception. Because I grew up thinking it was about the man and pleasing him during sex. Even after teaching myself how to reach climax, I still felt like it was more about pleasing the man. But then something shifted, I think kind of when I met my current partner. And we're like, when I say he is the first guy that like, no, I don't come until you
that's
come.
how Dante is.
I'm like, this is heaven. Because that's how he is. And I've never been with anybody like that. Like, they don't care. Do you get what I'm saying?
They don't. A lot of men don't take time to really please their partner first. They only think about, okay, I'm ready to get my nut off, and that's it. Well, guess what? We like to get our nut offs too. So, and Dante is very, like, even from the beginning, he was like, look, we need to make sure that you're okay before I'm okay. And I love that. Like, I think more men should take that note.
And I think that makes you helps you to reach it even faster, because it's like, I know for me, I have to be extremely aroused in order for that to be produced. And so when you take your time, you're paying attention to every inch of the body, you are just when you are just giving the vibe, it's better for you, honestly, because
if I'm happy and she's happy, just imagine what we as a whole can do. Okay, we can do a lot, but if it's only you happy and I'm just sitting here like, okay, you're gonna get the basic.
So that brings me to my next question. I feel like you're like, what is she fucking saying?
At this point,
you're on the edge
we are
of
ready
your
to
seat,
sit here and put everything out. Let's continue.
How do you feel about toys in the bedroom with your partner?
I love them. First of all, I was scared.
How do you and your partner feel?
He thinks it's his fucking best friend. It's really confusing me. I thought she was my best friend. Okay, Rosita, Rosalie, whatever y'all want to call Rose. We all know we got one.
Yeah,
okay,
call her Rose.
She is a gift sent from the heavens above. Okay?
I agree.
They knew what they was doing when they made Rose, and I just want to say thank you. Whoever created it, I thank you.
I agree.
And he thanks you because it's his best friend. Yeah, and it wasn't like, I thought at first I would have to convince him, but he was very much like, no, we're gonna do, like, we just went to a sex store this week to look at more.
Right?
Yeah, to look at, I'm like, oh, so you're he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he's very into bringing toys into the room, and so am I. Once again, we're very much a keep your sex life open,
Spicy,
keep it spicy.
juicy.
So if it's things that we both agree on, then we have no problem bringing it into the room. What about you?
We're getting there. So, I love my man, y'all. Disclaimer. He's just like, he's so macho, you know? He's like, I want to be able to do that for you every single time. And I'm like, you do, babe, but this is your friend. And so when we do, you know, incorporate it, I give it to him. I don't even touch it. Like, I let him go and grab it, manipulate, control it, so he can feel that, like, you're in control still. Do you get what I'm saying? I would love for us to one day go to a shop and him say, you're getting that. Or you get what I'm saying? I would love for it to go there because, like I said, literally the more blood that flows down there, it's better for you. It's better for you in the end. So we're getting there. He's opening up to it, but I'm glad he's opening up to it and he's not like, no,
just completely
shutting it down completely because, I mean, I feel like you just gotta keep evolving.
Right.
Teach yourself, teach it new things, So we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Do you see yourself taking him to a sex store?
I do. So you think I should be the one to do it? But you see, I'm trying to give him as much control in that department. Since I know that he likes to be in control, I'm trying to let it happen on his time. But I may have to take the wheel with that one.
Because you had to introduce him into that. So if you continue to expand his mind on other things that are out there, and even if you just point them out on things that you're interested in and he can just see it, then maybe he might just surprise you. Be like, oh babe, look what I got today.
I also want to find some things for him as well. Because the way I explained it to him, I'm like, you should want these toys because then you don't have to work so hard and you can just enjoy because it'll get me there for you.
Right.
And you could just, so I want to find some things for him too so that my goddamn fucking don't always be fucking
First of all, I was looking at those things the other day. When did we go? Yesterday? Friday.
No, not the big things that go like
No,
that.
they have smaller ones and stuff like that too. And I was like, wow. Might have to
or the rings, the cock rings that just vibrate a little bit. Something so he could feel like it's not just for me. Like this is a world that we can explore together. There's things for us to do together. So, yeah.
I think you should bring him.
That might be a good date night idea. Head over to Philly, Condom World, South Street. I'm about to say get some drinks. What I'm gonna drink? Some lemonade.
A mocktail. Can I get a mocktail?
Yeah. But I think that's the way to go. Yeah. Okay.
I think it is.
So let's move away from the bedroom talk and let's get into some real girl. If we had one, we sip our wine talk. So we're almost halfway. We're actually a little over halfway through the year. What were some goals you set at the beginning of the year, and are they coming along? Because now would be the perfect time. If you did set a goal in the beginning of the year, now would be the perfect time to hit the reset button when we have about 6 months left in the year.
Right. Well, I got my promotion, so that was one of my goals. Whoop, whoop. One of my major goals. I was supposed to start studying tech, which I did, and then I took a break, and I am recently just picking those books back up. And that was a me thing. I think I think a lot of us do, we get into our heads about, but what if this happens, and can I really do this? And the only person that's really stopping us is us at the end of the day. And I have supportive ass friends. So Zanaya just sent me something the other day. Dante sends me things all the time. Jada will ask me 1,000,001 questions like she does. I love her though. Amira will ask me every now and then. So having my friends that are they're gonna push me, even if they don't know that they're pushing me, has had me pick up my books more recently. So I'm happy that I've been able to do that. And those are and looking into moving next year, which is very much on the top of my list, because Jersey ain't it. I have to pick up and go, and I don't think it's just because Jersey expensive as hell. I think everybody needs a new restart, and I think for me it's
you can only grow but so much in one environment.
Yeah, and I think, and everybody looks at me weird when I say this, but I think having a safety net, which is my parents, keeps me here. But I want to get away from having a safety net, and I want to be able to do it on my own. So
did you ever think you might be what keeps them here?
No. My dad be
So you think if they wanted to leave, they would have left?
They would have left already.
Okay.
I think now that they have a grandchild, that's what's gonna make them want to keep them here more. But I don't ever think it's really me. But I think it's time for me to just pick up and even friends wise, like all my friends are here, so I have to go make new friends.
But
and
all your friends, some of your friends are having plans to move.
to move anyway.
Charlotte got one friend thinking about going to Texas.
Got a friend thinking about going to Canada.
Yeah.
Like, so I think we're all like, it's time to go, and I'm ready for that. And even though, yes, I am in a relationship, we do not plan on moving. We will not. There's no plan. We will not be moving in together. This is very much on a mindset of we have to be by ourselves first in order for us to, when we do decide to get there, we know how we are individually. And I'm okay with that. And I'm excited for when that does happen. So that has been my major plans lately, and those are my plans for next year. But as said, this year I've accomplished getting the new job and picking back up my books for tech. But what about you?
At the beginning of the year, I think my main goals were to like focus on myself, get back to who I am, you know, and then start my little business. I proclaimed this year as my last year working. I think as far as me and myself, I think I've done a pretty good job, even in a mix of everything that's going on, still holding strong on like getting back to me, whoever that me is. So I don't think I dropped the ball too much on that one. But as far as the business, I don't want to say I dropped the ball on that. I just think other things took priority. But I haven't shared anything with you yet, and I'm not going to. I literally only shared with my man, but there is something that I have coming. But I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't want to tell anybody, because I feel like I don't want to be just talking anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I want to show up with something. So that's how that's going. But it is set to be out, God willing, because this, I truly feel like he put this on me, because when you know what it is, he is literally at the center of it. So it's nothing close to what you and I have already discussed I'm gonna do. It's a completely different lane, girl. So yeah,
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it should definitely be here before this little Negro gets here, because I wouldn't really have time after to push it. But I feel like if I get it started now, then he'll make the time for me to be able to continue on with it. And I feel like he's kind of telling me like, now is your time. So yeah, so I don't feel like I'm too far from achieving my goals. I feel like now it was good to get the reset now. It was good to get my wheels back turning now versus November, December. So yeah,
we are happy for you. I can't wait to see what this part. First of all, I'm surprised I didn't know.
Yeah,
like, we talk about
that's
everything.
because I really want to surprise. I want to surprise you. I want to surprise everybody. Like, I just feel like this is very near and dear to my little heart, and I feel like y'all are gonna feel like this is good. So yeah,
we're excited.
I want to talk about it. I want to be about it, like Beyonce said.
We love it. We love it.
So speaking of baby daddy, leave me alone. Speaking of reset and getting back on track and all of that, who do you necessarily call when you may have like fallen off the wagon and you need help?
Jesus.
Say it
call on Jesus. Of course, God first and foremost, because I seem to not have words these days when I feel like I'm falling apart. So I pray before I do it, and if I cannot pray, I call on the girls, my Bible study group chat,
to pray for her,
to pray for me, because
prayers involved one way or another.
And then if it's not regarding prayer, I still call the girls, and Yeah. Dante is also 9 times out of 10 my first. And I think I call Dante because I find myself lately being more stuck. But then, like before, I would be able to pull myself out of. Now I find myself just wanting to sit in whatever I'm in, and he's not allowing that. So between you guys, I think that's who I've been calling recently. Like it changes every now and then. Like it also depends on the situation. I think.
Of course, yeah.
Because certain situations I will call on my sisters, I call on my mom, but
Yeah.
most recent situations I think I've been calling on you guys and Dante more. Yeah. What about you?
I think I used to always call on myself. I was that person that was like, I'm gonna put myself out of this. But I'm getting to the point now where it's like I'm definitely calling on him more. I'm calling on y'all to call on him for me. I'm learning that like I don't always have to be it for myself. I don't always have to be strong for myself. Let me allow the people around me to be that for me. So I call them my village. I call y'all my village in my prayer instead of naming everybody's name because he knows who my village is. But I think between him, my village, my man on occasions, you see, me and my man are like opposite people. We are polar opposites. So it's like we have to really like put ourselves in the other person's shoes to really understand like what that person is going through. And sometimes you don't, sometimes you just want somebody that like just understands you like that. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there are certain things that I can go with to him with that he will understand, but I feel like we're still cultivating that relationship between him and I to where we have a complete understanding of who the other person is. So between God, my village, my man, those are the places that I go to when I'm feeling a little stuck and I need a, what are they called? What are those things that called that come and pull you out when you're in distress? Tow truck. Yeah, my tow trucks.
I never thought to use tow trucks before, but that's a great word to use.
Down on the side of the road.
I think even now, like especially now, we've talked about Black women always being known as the strong ones and not being able to lean on anyone. And as we get older, we're learning how to lean on each other a little bit more. And that's not saying that you should only be leaning on the people around you, because you have to remember that everybody around you is going through something.
Exactly.
And you have to check in on your friends because you don't really know what the fuck is going on with them. And sometimes they really might not say, but you have to learn how to be able to lean on them, but also learn how to be able to be there for them.
That's very important. I think you and I are both in a season of our lives. Like, if you are not uplifting, supporting, pushing, checking in, we don't have the space for it right now because life is really happening. So you don't need the friend that you have to like, I have to push you to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? You want the friend that kind of reads your mind a little bit. Like, and I feel like that's okay pressure to put on your friend.
It is, because we are not 12 anymore. We are adults going through adult things. And even as our circle and our circle full of Black women, we know what each other are going through regarding the world wise. We may not have every idea of what's going on within our personal lives, but we know that we need to be there for each other, and we know that we need to pray for each other. And sometimes it's like, hey girl, you want to go get a drink? I want to go get some food with baby boy. Like, it's just small things like that. Like, you may not have to have a full-on deep conversation. You really might just need to take that person out of whatever environment they're in for a few hours, and that's okay. But I think we're learning what we need as friends right now. And if, as I said, if you can't be here for what I need you to be here for, and all you do is take, then I no longer have anything to give.
Come back when you got something to give.
That means we got conversation. But changes are being done throughout our lives, and that means like you're going to be letting go of some friendships, and that doesn't take away from the fact that you love them.
Yeah.
It just tells you that you love yourself more.
Yeah.
And you might be gaining some new friends. And I'm never against making new friends. And I feel like God puts people in your life for a reason, and sometimes just for a time period. And that's okay, because you learn from each situation. But I'm open to making new friends. Like, it's not a no new friend situation. It's a bring your healthy, healed self. Don't come into the circle with a whole bunch of crap, though.
And if you gotta put a certain kind of pressure on a friendship, it may not be the friendship that you thought it was. Like, as much as you may have thought, this is my road dog, this is who I call, this is who I go to, it may not be that. And sometimes you gotta realize that, as bad as you may want it to be, that it may not be. And that's okay too.
Yep. And we are currently learning that every month of this stupid ass year.
Don't call it stupid.
Okay,
God got some things
year,
for us.
a very much blessed year. Well, I was not expecting I've lost a lot of friends this year, and
I don't even think it's a loss though.
But
because you're creating your village.
I am creating my village, but at the same time, when you've had somebody's friendship for years and you lose them, like like I think people
of course
don't.
It takes a part
it's
of
like people don't realize, like, just the way you get over a relationship is sometimes how it happens with a friendship too.
True, very true.
So I lost a few friends. Some may not even know that we're not friends anymore, but you see this. And
but see, if they don't know, that just shows you it was not the friendship that you thought y'all had.
So, and I'm okay with it. Like, I've let everybody go with peace. I still love them, and I still want what's best for them and their families. What I need right now, they couldn't do, and that's okay. So,
perfectly okay.
That is the life. And I think everybody needs to take a step back every now and then and reevaluate their friendships. I think sometimes we get so caught up in what's going on in our lives, and we don't really pay attention to what the people around us are doing, or how they're helping us, or if they're helping us. They really may just be taking and taking. You're so used to it that you just continue to do it. But at some point, you get tired, and it's okay.
Check on your strong friends. I think in our group, every one of us are strong. And this is just like, we have to really, okay, who we checking on today? Who's it about today? This week it's for you. Okay, this week. Because literally every single one of us could carry the weight of the world on our back if we chose to. But that's not necessarily healthy. So,
we are learning, but we are better friends every day. I feel like we are growing into the circle that we've created, and we're helping each other with our womanhood. So I love it here.
Sure do. Well, guys, thank you for joining our girls' night in.
And please don't forget to let us know your stories. I want to know. Okay, I need to know my heart.
Let us know your stories. Let us know your take on what you want and don't want in the bedroom. Let us know. Who knows? I can't wait till we have some men up here to give a guy's opinion. Like, I love talking to y'all, but I also sometimes feel like we talk for the girls. It'll be awesome to have some men up here and get their opinion.
And we're excited to bring them. We'll have a few over the next couple of episodes. So until then, thank you for joining In Pursuit of Lux.
And keep living a life of luxury.
Of course. And don't forget to like, comment, follow, all that great stuff. And we'll see you next.
Subscribe.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, Ja.